But that's just the surface, because water is volumetric and fish swim throughout the depths of the sea. So it's like the water is not just like land. Like land, everything just sits on the surface like a it's like a pizza, right? You have a big flat piece of pizza, and then all the topping is on top. That's what land is like. But water is volumetric, and there's fish within the entire volume. So the ocean is like a deep dish pizza. So the land is like a thin crust pizza, and the ocean is like a deep dish pizza, if that makes sense. There's just more filling in the water than in the land. Alright, so we found another village. I'm not sure how useful this is. Let me check their loot. There's only loot in the blacksmith, right? And the blacksmith only has blacksmith things, right? So we're not gonna find special seeds in the village, right? In fact, there's not even a blacksmith. You guys, where's you don't have loot? No, you don't have loot. And the walk continues. Alright, back to the coast. Wait, my compass says my home is that way. Where am I going? Am I going south? I'm going west. That's north. That's east. Alright. Okay, I get it. So the ocean probably swings around in this direction. Should we look for like desert temples? I don't really want to risk going into a desert temple though, so maybe not. They're not that dangerous, but I don't have any tools, right? Baby zombies. In what way do baby zombies make the game better? What a funny question. Yeah. No, they don't. They just don't. I mean, cave spiders are bad enough, right? Cave spiders are literally 1 block wide, half a block tall. So there's no way to block them off unless you fully ward them off. So they already have an annoying enemy like that, but the thing about the cave spider is that they only exist in abandoned mineshafts and only from spawners. So there's like a finite range in which you can find them. Baby zombies, though, they can spawn anywhere, and they don't despawn. They don't burn up during the day, and they move faster than adult zombies. I don't, why? It's almost like a hack. You know, like sometimes people mod games or they hack games and they add in wacky stuff that's not really balanced. That's what it feels like. Somebody just hacked Minecraft and put in something that's not really balanced with everything else in the game. That's what the baby zombies feel like. In fact, that's what the Endermen feel like, because Endermen can teleport, which is like cheating. And the only way they fix the Endermen is that they make it so that they don't aggro unless you look at them. And now the Endermen just don't make any sense because they just stand around and do nothing. You walk right up to them and they just do nothing, as long as you don't look straight at them. I guess you could argue spiders when they were first introduced were also like that because they climbed walls. I mean, imagine there's like zombies and skeletons, and you're like, all right, I built a wall, and then they add spiders, and you're like, oh crap, now I have to add an overhang to the walls. Mountains? Mountains, but no jungles. Let me just look over this way. Oh, it's more water. Don't tell me it's the same ocean. This ocean might be quite big then. If it is. Alright, so this goes back there, right? Let me just keep following the coast. If this goes around, if this is another peninsula, then we have a massive ocean. But it could be that the other ocean is a different place. Is this a river? And does it go through to the other side? Or there's a village there? Do we go look at the village? I mean, there's nothing that special in the villages. Let me just have a look at this. The village is inside a little river. I mean, it'd be interesting if it wasn't randomly generated. Alright. Village. I guess the only thing I'm looking for is a blacksmith. Which they don't seem to have. No. No blacksmith. Crazy. There's much more ocean in that direction. Like a crazy amount of ocean. Alright, let me go back out the other way. So this is the river. Oh, this is like an island. I think this is just an island. Except the island has a farm bridging across it. That's wacky. So this is literally an island. We are getting further and further out. So is this the same ocean? Does this loop back around? Let me just get to the other side of this mountain and see what the shape of this is. Well, no, it doesn't seem to join up. Or if it does, then it's pretty big. So let's stick to the coastline. It's not. It's a different ocean. There's a thin bit of land between two massive oceans, I think. Let me just keep walking this way. Does this actually turn back at any point? So is that land or is that just islands? That's just an island, I think. Massive chasm with lava. Alright, that's not what we want. Oh wait, nope, the ocean seems to turn back. I don't know what that is. Let me just see, double check. Alright, so there's a few islands out there. Okay, the ocean does come back. And then there's that in the distance. Alright, keep walking. If there's jungles, I guess we're just gonna go straight for it. So if you see jungles on the opposite shore, just yell out and tell me. Okay, so this is a peninsula on this side. Horses! Horses! They don't even care. Walk past them. Okay, so there's more ocean. Good to know, I suppose. And it's nighttime again. And a lake. How interesting. Oh, come on. Alright, more horses. That's dangerous, let's not stand there. So this goes back to the village. Alright, so the village is like at the very edge here. There's a river that literally separates. So it's an island. This river actually separates the island from the mainland. And then the village is situated. I mean, strategically, it's quite a good position. Because you are controlling the waterway. What is that over there? Is that jungle? Hold on, let me just come out here. Is it jungle or is it just grass? Okay, never mind, it's just an island, it's just grass. Alright. A village situated on a strategic location. Very interesting. But since we didn't start the game here, it doesn't matter to us. This is Minecraft. This part of Minecraft is not very fun. And I wonder. So like, there's a number of things in Minecraft, and this is one of the things that I would say is incomplete. Just walking across the landscape. And the answer is not more combat. What is the answer? Maybe there needs to be more ruins. Maybe the ruins need to be more common. Because what makes spelunking interesting? I mean, okay, well, like, every cave is dangerous, so you have to light every cave. Like, you have to pay attention. Like, every step you take when you're spelunking, you have to pay attention. Oh, another village. Whereas out here, there's just a whole lot of nothing. What if there were a lot more villages? The villages were a lot bigger, and there's a lot more ruins. I think that would actually improve the game. Just a lot more ruins. More loot, more ruins. I mean, even if you just make spelunking, or if you make walking across the landscape as rewarding, as challenging and as rewarding as just walking along the landscape. What am I saying? Like, if you make walking along the landscape as challenging and as rewarding as spelunking, which means there's to be more stuff to do, more dangers, more loot, and just not just random nothing. It has to be random something. This village is the wackiest thing. That rabbit just jumped off and died. Did you see that? They're so stupid. That rabbit just jumped off and died. And they're up here stealing carrots. There's no way you can justify that. There's no way you can justify what I just saw right now. That rabbit just jumped off a cliff and died. There's no way you can convince me that's good design. The way the rabbit moves is so stupid and so awkward. Cactus in midair, amazing. Why did the rabbits I mean, the thing is, they literally jump, right? All the other animals, they walk, and they have a walking animation. And I would have thought that the rabbit would just walk, except the walking animation is hopping. You see what I mean? But they don't. They don't. They have a completely different movement pattern than everything else in the game. They literally hop around from block to block. It's completely different from the way anything else moves in the game. We're in the desert again. Okay, seriously, we're just walking from desert to savannah to desert to savannah to desert savannah. And it's just the same thing over and over. Where is the variety? Where are the mesas? We don't even have a mesa. We sure as hell don't have a jungle. What if there were hints in the landscape about what you might expect over the horizon? I mean, hints create puzzles in a way, right? Like if you have a thing that's broken, but there's no clues as to how to put it together, and you're just kind of shoving it together randomly. That's not really a puzzle. That's just you shoving two things together randomly. Whereas if there's pieces and there are some hints as to how the pieces fit together, and you have to decipher the hints, then it becomes a puzzle, right? So if it doesn't have any hints, it's not really a puzzle. So what we're doing now, we're just randomly walking across the landscape. Is what we're doing. I mean, not randomly. I'm following the coastline, but the landscape is random. So we're not solving anything. What if to find a specific thing there were hints that you could solve in order to find it? You don't just travel randomly to get like this rabbit is trying to run away from me and it's completely failing, and then jumps in the water. Like what? And look how fast they jump when they're running away from you, but they're so slow when they're following you. I think the rabbits need to be improved in this game. So when you're underground, when you're spelunking, there are hints, right? You can hear caves, you can hear zombies in the next cave. So there are hints as to what's going on. You can hear water, you can hear lava. I think it'll be interesting if you can like tap the walls and hear minerals. That'll be amazing. Imagine if you like tap the walls and sometimes you can like hear iron or hear gold or diamonds because they make a distinctive sound when you tap the walls. So like when you have hints, then it becomes like a puzzle. So the rabbits are so stupid. It just jumped and hurt itself 3 times in a row. I know it's trying to get away from me, but that's so stupid. Right, so if there's hints, then you're trying to so you're not just digging until you hit a random vein of ore. You're tapping the ground and you're trying to decipher the information it gives back in order to and if you're clever or if you understand how it works, then you can get to the ores faster and more efficiently than otherwise. That would be interesting, right? So then finding ores becomes a puzzle game or a skill game instead of just digging, just grinding. Because the way when you mine, so when you're not spelunking, when you're just actually mining, what happens is you just dig. You're grinding until you hit an ore patch, and there's no clues as to where the ores are at all, and so you just grind and grind and grind until you find one, and then you pick it up. So mining, like actually systematically mining in the ground, is grinding.